going? See if anybody comes in here. If not, oh well. If it's noisy, it's because I got the window open. Because it's nice out. No need to run the APU. Oh man. I didn't go live this weekend because I was busy. Saturday we had dinner with a friend. And then Sunday, just too many things going on Sunday. And then Friday I was on Pale Riders live feed. So Dave thought he blocked this channel. We'll do some shout outs once everybody gets in here. I only suspect I get about 20 people at the most. My late night lives usually don't do very well. I thought I was going to do a more than 24-hour fast, but I kind of gave in. Did a 24-hour fast, so it's better than nothing. But you know, we'll talk about that if you guys want. Talk about some health stuff and what I had to deal with on Monday. Monday I couldn't talk, so that's why we didn't go live yesterday. So by the way, check this out. Walmart's got this caffeine water. Of course, as you can see, I'm not drinking any more of it tonight because drinking caffeine at 10 o'clock at night, unless you're driving, is dumb. So we got our regular Ozarka water that's actually not made in the Ozarks. Probably for a good reason. Let's see, let's do some shout outs. We got Daniel Ladami, Grafton, Charles and Son Logistics, Marty, Overtax, Minnesota. Let's see, Donnie Luke, John Armstrong, Michael Dow, what up, brother? GNC Family Trucking. Daniel says, finally got paid, but only for 1 week. Still waiting on the following week's pay, but I will be making my last payment tomorrow. Good deal. Good deal, Daniel. Marty, my cruising RPM is 13.5. 13.5. Depends on how fast I'm going. The T680's got these green marks. And if you put the tack right on that line, that's supposed to be your best fuel mileage. Caffeine at 10 p.m. will just make me piss every 5 minutes, and I have a good health OTR bladder. Yeah, I do okay. You know what's weird is in the morning, coffee. I have too much coffee, and then I'm peeing till lunch. And then after that, it kind of calms down. Good timing. Just got parked. Good deal. $4 a mile, California to Connecticut. Wow. Is that what you grabbed since you were a California toucher there, Mr. Dave? Oh. So here's the deal. So Monday I had a wisdom tooth basically yanked. That kind of sucked. I also had a filling done. I haven't had the best teeth hygiene in my life. But, you know, we're paying for it now. Literally and physically. So, I got stitches. So I'm like, you know what? This would be a good time to try a 36-hour fast. I didn't quite prepare because I had kind of a bad weekend with some cheats. Because I had special dinner circumstances that happened on Thursday. Actually on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. Oh wait, maybe it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Either way. And by cheats, I mean I had some rice and I had some tortillas, you know, because we have Mexican, had some beans, you know, which isn't keto friendly, you know. Oh, and Sunday there was some stuff at church or whatever. Because I didn't want to be rude. But anyways, I probably could have made it, but you know, so basically I'm living off a diet of cottage cheese, liverwurst, and chicken broth that my wife made in it, you know, not really for me, but I benefited from it. And what else? Oh, eggs. I bought liquid egg and, you know, pour it in a bowl, like a paper bowl, put it in the microwave, 4 minutes, you're good to go. So. So, still thinking about what direction to go. Well, if you're in California, you have no choice. Go east or go north. But yeah, so yeah, the fasting thing, I haven't felt as good as I do in the last week. I haven't felt that way. I felt as good as that in a while. So I feel like I'm going back to my old self, you know. So that's good. I've been watching a lot. You know, it's interesting how Google works. You know, for a while, all I was getting was political, fear-mongering, fear merchant stuff. And then, well, before that, I was getting a lot of health stuff. You know, Dr. Berg, you know, Jason Fung, all that stuff. And then it turned into, like, tools. You know, if you guys have been watching me, you know what I'm talking about. And that's all in my feed. And then hunting stuff, that's all in my feed. Now we're back to health stuff. You know, the political climate has kind of calmed down a little bit. Maybe that's just my perception because my news feed is mainly health stuff. So I've been kind of refocused on that. And so I thought, what a wonderful opportunity with my mouth being sore, doing one meal a day. You know, it's a short week. I'm going home by Friday, if not Thursday, because of other things going on. And so the only thing in my truck is just like 4 or 5 things, and that's it. There's only one thing that's solid, like real solid, like you have to chew food, and I can grind that up, I guess. So it's been I don't know, I feel really good. You know, look up the benefits of autophagy. You know, Little Viking Coach gave me a shout out, which I appreciate that. And I'm learning a lot about the connection between sugar and cancer, and also the connection between sugar and Alzheimer's, which that's affecting my family. So it's really interesting, some of the new studies that have come out, you know. What's going on Twitch? I'll be getting retested tomorrow. Hopefully come back negative. Good deal, Daniel. Best of luck to you. Les D is in the house. I appreciate it. Eddie Drotar. Good to hear you getting strict on keto. Yeah, I mean, I've really... Yeah, look. There's a lot of temptation in the mornings when I go inside a truck stop. And when you physically can't eat, it makes it so much, I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, I physically could eat something, but, you know, I might rip the stitches out, you know, I don't want to cause any bleeding that I can't control while on the road, and I get my stitches pulled out Monday. But even then, you know, but it's a good motivator, and with all the things that I've been watching here lately, I've been motivated anyways. So I've been doing the 16 to 18 hour things every single day, or almost every single day. Nevada Trucking and Trails, how's it going? TJ Jones in the house. Well, it wasn't like a major surgery. It was just a wisdom tooth was yanked out and he had to close it up. I should have kept the tooth. It was pretty gross. Pamela, what's up? And you know, so I'm not eating steak or, you know, anything that requires a lot of chewing for quite a while. So it's a good opportunity to really kind of step up my fasting game. So we got 30 people in here. That's pretty good for late night. I mean, I say late, it's only 9:30. So Brian Ludwig, what's up? This truck stop I'm at is really busy. There's like 5, 10, 15, there's about 25 spots here. I got here like 4:30. If you guys want, we can talk about the spot market a little bit. Rates are coming down a little bit in some areas. I had a long talk with Eric today, and he's like, look, I want to know if you're seeing this, and this. I said, absolutely, I'm seeing the things that you're talking about. Now, mind you, I haven't talked to Eric in over, 2 weeks. And I said, well, I have other friends that are kind of seeing the same thing. And it's kind of interesting when you talk to 5 or 6 or 10 people that run differently, that run different areas of the country, that run different styles, some are short, some are long, and they're all saying the same thing, then it's probably close to being true. Now, when I say rates have come down a little bit, I mean, only by just a margin. What used to be 900 is now 850. Anything that's above the 30-day average it's got, like, I called one a load that was like $1,200 for 120 miles. I'm like, there's got to be a catch. Of course, I called, and it was a 3-day drop on the trailer. So, or it's multiple stops, something like that, which I don't mind multiple stops, but usually they don't work out, and they put more days on. Like, I'll see a broker have a string of like 4 loads that takes all week to do for like $2,000. You're like, wait a minute, 5 days for $2,000? That ain't gonna work. So, Yeah, Twitch, I agree. It's beginning to level off a little bit. And, you know, which it's not a big deal. It's not like a major change. I mean, but I have, the thing that I noticed the most is that I can't book at the last minute anymore. I did book at the last minute this morning. It was interesting. I showed up at the shipper, and they're like, oh, we didn't know you were coming because my dispatch last night told me that the truck they were supposed to get got canceled because he broke down. I'm like, well, they must have rebooked it. He's like, oh, okay. Yeah, put in door 3. But, I mean, so I got fairly lucky with this load. I've done this load before, so just one time before. And then I went ahead and booked tomorrow's load. So tomorrow's going to be a long day because I don't pick up till 5 p.m. tomorrow. So I got to be careful where I start my clock. So offer rates are coming down from what I can see. Eddie, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying too. It's you know, they're normalizing. You know, and Eric, you know, the great freight sage logic, he had two key elements that he talked about to me today. And anytime the brokers are doing something, I call Eric and say, give me the why and give me the how. And a lot of times he's calling me to confirm if I'm seeing the same thing that other people are telling him. And so he can explain it better, but a lot of these negotiations that he was talking about before are over with. And so now we're just trying to get the levels down a little bit, so the brokers can increase their profit margin. So they're still quoting last month's numbers, but now they're just not giving you more. Terry, what's up? Clyde, good evening. So, Nomadic Brit, how's it going? I don't have an opinion on whether the rate is up or down, but I am making more gross than I was at Schneider. Still learning. Yeah, Chucky, it's look, to go from Schneider IC Choice Board to the spot market, there's a lot of similarities and there's a lot of opposites. You know, especially if that's all you know in self-dispatch. Having the same trailer all the time can be annoying at times, but you know, I talk to Schneider guys still, and the problems that they tell me with the trailer and box movements and everything else, it just, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that. You know, in the beginning I did okay. When things got a little bit rough in the spot market, there were times when I kind of missed some of the things that were easier at Schneider. But now I don't think I could go back to Schneider unless I absolutely had to. And not on Schneider, you know, well, I mean, Schneider's changed to the choice board, but just the amount of freedom that you have doing what I do, you know. Probably net as well, but still too soon for true numbers. And so, yeah, Chucky, I mean, look, you know, if you went to Schneider and you mastered their system, going to the spot market, it's the same principle. Master the system. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, Big Rig CEO, he's always sending me screenshots. And it's cute because he sends me screenshots of the DAT board at like 6 a.m. Like, I don't even touch the low board until 8 o'clock because it's pointless. because, you know, there are a lot of loads that are automatically posted, and then, you know, most of the brokers aren't in their office yet. You know, but he's helped me out. You know, he's like, hey, this is a Steve load, you know. And what's funny is he'll send me these screenshots. I'm like, oh yeah, that's this and this and this. I'm like, yep, I've done that before. That's this and this. Yep, I wouldn't want to do that because of this and this, you know. Or, you know, we don't like that broker, so we don't do that, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, that's when it, you know, I look back and I realize, you know, 3 years of running the short game with an occasional longer run, you know, I've really mastered the area. You know, I've mastered how I look at the low board. You know, it takes a certain amount of patience to book it last minute, and I only do that when the market's high. Today was the first time I've booked, besides last weekend or the weekend before last when I went to Wisconsin. It was the first time I booked ahead, you know, and you know, I'm like, well, now we're back to that, especially when I'm running the short game, because you guys might look at a low board and see 100 or 200 or 1,000 options. When I'm doing specific short stuff within a radius of my house, I might see 20 options. When do I plan on getting another trailer? We got to take care of some business debt first, Marty. Once I do that, then I'll, you know, right now is, I don't think I can find a trailer I would like anyways. Nomadic Brit, I've been working in the spot market for over 3 years. February was my 3-year mark. So, yeah, 3 years and March, April, 2 months. So, what did you ask, Danny? Oh. Mr. Berger, how you doing? I got a trailer, just no title and register it. No title. You know, I bought a trailer, a little flatbed, you know, lawnmower hauler trailer at home that doesn't have a title. So I kind of screwed myself on that. So hopefully it's not the same thing. I was just looking up trailers, what they sold new in regards to price. You'd be lucky to get a 2016. That's absolutely true, Nevada. I paid $30 for mine, or $29.9, I guess. And the same trailer right now is at $36, I believe. And I've got no frills, no skirts, no auto inflate. You know, it's air slide. That's about it. And it's not a plate trailer, which has kind of cost me money this week, because there's one of the local click and goes had a ton of these loads that I could have easily done had I had a plate trailer. El Taco, I didn't realize they were still in Springfield. Al Capone, what's up? I've seen that timing is important, how quick the outlook can change, good or bad, in the spot boards. Yes. No finance company got it yesterday to put their lien on it. Should have it Thursday. Good deal. Scott, good evening. Mr. Berger, you should call me tomorrow. New prices are up in the 40s. That's just insane to me. And I refuse to pay 30 grand for a 2016. I'm just not going to do it. Or even 25. And so I pray that my trailer doesn't get totaled in some kind of accident or hurricane or something like that, because trying to find a trailer right now is next to impossible without paying out the wazoo. Big Rig CO, I was just talking about you. Oh, finance company's got it. I see what you're saying. But yeah, Chucky, timing is important. You know, it's, you know, you've got, unlike Schneider, you've got a very limited window to work with. You know, 8 to 5, 8 to 6, depending on where you're at in the country, is what you're looking at in the time frame to call on loads. Now, another trend that I'm seeing, and I saw this with Coyote, and I'm seeing it now with C.H. Robinson, is a lot of these traditional brokers have apps. And a lot of times, if you call your representative directly, they can't negotiate as much money as what's on the app. Now, I've noticed that Coyote's kind of started that when I first started, but now C.H. Robinson's doing that. So, you know, a lot of these brokers are pushing you to use their click and go versions of their apps. You're booked till the end of the month. Cool deal. Yeah, even SNI is catching on the trailer prices. Their trailer a month ago was $16,000. This week they went up to $19,000. Luckily, I got one before they caught on. Clyde, good deal, man. Good deal. So, congratulations to Big Rig for shooting a turkey in the face, as he pointed out he was going to do. So Clyde, you move to the spot market, you get away from that orange, and then what do you end up with? You end up with orange. But you know, if I had an orange trailer right now, it'd be making money for me right now, dropped somewhere. So you've been getting higher when you call? Yeah, I mean, look, it depends on the representative. I thought it was interesting that was the first time I encountered that, because our app, you know, I don't know if your app's going to show the same thing, Chucky, because you have to move up in tiers with C.H. Robinson. And the more tiers you know, like for a while, there was no book it now, and then I started doing these loads to West Chester, Ohio, over and over and over. And so those became a book it now kind of deal. Where I didn't even need to call our guy. But then, I've noticed that there's more loads under the book now thing, and they're still right now above the 30-day on some things. So, all right, Big Greg, good night. Yeah, Big Rig CEO is doing very well in the spot market. He's taking, look, James went to Schneider right as I was leaving. And I knew that he would take to it naturally, and he did. He mastered the system, you know, got away from the SFI lease. And then spot market was no different. And he's been taking that, he's actually, he does a lot better than I do. Of course, he stays out longer, he goes longer, but he's killing it, you know. And Scott over at SRO is enjoying how much he's killing it. So, if you had an orange trailer right now, you'd be in the shop. Or is that me? Yep, Burger. That'll be nice. That'll be nice if you ever get away from the big orange. No, Eddie, I haven't seen those loads. And what happened with that particular load is it switched brokers. And so whenever, you know, look, I've been running a lot of the same loads for the last 10 years, even before I was an owner on. And so it's interesting when I see it passed on to different brokers. You know, one year it was CH that had those, next minute it was Ryan that had those. Every time it changes, well, why does it change? Because someone underbid somebody. And And so when it happens, it's tougher and tougher for me to get the rate. So I get off of it, which is sad, because the reason why, I'm a benefit to that broker because I will do it consistently. Same price every time. I'm reliable. I do it every time. Why not just make that my thing? But no, they want to get cheaper. They want to get cheaper. Next thing you know, they can't cover it, and they've promised the customer it could be cheaper, and then they can't produce that result, and then so the broker that I was working with loses it, and then I call the next broker that's got it, and they're like $300 or $400 cheaper. So now I don't run it. And that's exactly what's happened to a lot of the loads that I do. So it just depends on what part of the year. It's knowing your market. Yeah, Clyde, getting the trailer was a good, smart move. Wish our truck was here already. Matt K, Mr. Safety, how are you? I'm doing all right, Matt. All of Florida snores. DVIR say no defects. Well, that's full of crap. Nomadic Brit, I have yet to ever seen a Schneider tanker trailer without some kind of dent on it. Like, you watch the prime tanker trucks, and they're pristine, they're beautiful. Opie's pristine and beautiful. Schneider, it looks like someone took a hammer and beat the crap out of it. Gary Compton, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. You've been kind of quiet on the YouTubes. Probably because you've been hustling. So it's look, the spot market can be a very volatile place, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy the hunt for the loads. There's a sense of accomplishment when you book something for a price that you like. There's a sense of accomplishment, in the fact that we pay after every load, just like Scott SRO does. It's really. Okay, you guys still at Schneider? Imagine if every single time you hit that green check mark, there was a ACH the next day. That's what it's like, and that's kind of cool. Terry, we got to do sushi. Absolutely right. Thank you very much. Just park for the night in your home state, and my mama always said, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. Yeah, Gary, I hear you. Does Schneider play the find the trailer game where you'll spend the whole day looking for a trailer? Nevada's, yes, sometimes they do. You get paid for it, but it's recurrent for Schneider have dents. Schneider Tanker are the only tanker company that take on no experience. That's why we have so many accidents, rollovers, etc. That's crazy. All right, Les, have a good night. Shadow Wolf's in the house. How's it going, Shadow Wolf? All right, Eddie, you enjoy your evening. Be safe. Burger, you like steak? If you like steak, you're later to all the other drivers. Might have to come up there and we'll have steak sometime. Nevada, SF Medic is a friend. He's an old friend of mine. Been around. I've known him since 91, 92. And on occasion when I'm home, we'll go out for sushi. I know that's not keto friendly, but when you're good 98% of the time, sushi ain't too bad. Oh, you're the new guy. Okay, Matt. Good deal. Welcome to Like Trucking. And if you got any questions, I'm sure Jeff gave you my number. So, down there we call it bait. Look, there's cooked sushi too. Like, you can literally fry chicken or fried shrimp and throw it in a thing of rice and call it sushi. Come to eat Keystone and we'll eat good. I bet. For the sushi fun, here. Thanks, Nevada. I appreciate everybody's generosity. Having fun a lot better. Matt, if you don't mind, where did you come from? I haven't fished the ocean in since I was 4th grade. Well, for that matter, I haven't done freshwater fishing since before my dad passed away. That was 18 years ago. Oh, Snyder, okay. Yeah, once you get the hang of it, Matt, it's a different ball game, but it's a better ball game, I think. Snyder's a good training for what we do. Truck has paid off. Excellent. Welcome to that club too. I'm in that club as well. So tell you what, that's allowed me to really catch up on a lot of bills that I've had to deal with. Yeah, Chucky, you're kind of missing out on a gold mine. Doing your videos as a new authority is really, really popular on the YouTubes. If I was to ever get my authority, it would be documented as I would do it. Put the video in a file later, and then start releasing them step by step after the process has been done. You'll be getting out of that club when you buy my truck. In this market, net 6K is a team reasonable expectation, or bar is too high? I've asked around. No, not at all, Nevada. Not in this market. Dave, Overtax, Minnesota, and Pamela B. They're a team. They're a husband and wife team, and they could probably tell you more. So I'm glad you got the Carrier burger. I'm glad you got that. Snyder is like minor league baseball. It will teach you the ropes. Some who make the jump to the majors succeed. Others like it easier than in the minors. I will agree with that, Gary. Jeff said free dinner anytime I'm in Springfield. Absolutely, Matt. You come to Springfield, I'm in. Call me. We'll have dinner. We'll chat. I know the best places. Dice Man going live. What's up, man? Man, I'm getting some decent crowd tonight. I appreciate every single one of you. I look at my brother's full maintenance lease, and that's his bare minimum. Look, a lot of like we're set up to be at $12,000 a month booked rate, minimum wise, which is $3,000 a week. That is no problem in this market. You don't even have to try that hard. for that. So to do 6 as a team would be fairly reasonable, because I know guys that are getting 8, 9 solo right now. So now as the market normalizes, you know, I think 6K is still doable. No, out of Missouri there in Nevada. I've always gotten a free steak dinner Waffle House from Snorelord every time I'm in Springfield. Daniel, that Waffle House is gone. It's been leveled. They got tired of finding dead bodies in that woods back there, and so they leveled it, and now it's going to be a car dealership. Indianapolis, Marty. Although I do miss the Salt Lake City runs that I used to do, but yeah. The place across from the Waffle House is awesome. That's a Kenworth dealership, Dice Man, you Freightliner driver. I have a struggle of not wanting to put out wrong information, and I also self-edit my stuff to the point that I don't like the video. Try that awesome steak at George's. That's funny. Well, Chucky, it's not about putting out. That almost sounded bad. For me, it's more about putting out your experience, where you go, well, today I dealt with this and this, and then I had to do this, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, that's how my channel started, this channel. As long as you don't make blanket statements and think you know everything, like a lot of these other YouTubers do, you know, just be you. Like, you know, today I struggle with this. You know, and someone might be able to give you some input on how to deal with a certain situation. Oh, Springfield Grocery. Now that's on the next road over. Kearney is the Waffle House, or what used to be Waffle House. The next road south, Division, that's where the AWG is, and yeah, that place is lame. I hear that when I make videos, I tell people I'm learning and I just share my experience. There you go. That's what it's about. And look, I get it. I can't even watch my own live feeds after they're done. I'm that annoying to myself. Yeah, Dice. I won't go in there unless it's convoy, because I know I'll get my detention. I know I'll get my $200. So, and it's easy to spot because there's only one place in Springfield that'll take 3 and 4 and 5 a.m. deliveries, and that's that place. You're a skinny guy now from Landstar days, just a bigger hair, beard, and a big head. I got a big head now. Yeah, I've definitely, I mean, I'm down 100 pounds. I mean, you know, I've recently crept up to 270. I got as low as 258. You know, but it's amazing how just a few cheats will kind of catch up with you, and not doing my intermittent fasting. But we're back on track for that. But yeah, if you go watch my, I can't, like, someone wanted me to refer them to my IRP video, and so I did, and I went and watched a little bit. I was like, I can't believe I let myself go that bad. I don't watch my own videos, but the only one I do watch is the one I made about my pit bull, that I miss her a lot. May she rest in peace. She was the sweetest pit bull you'd ever meet. Just ask Phil on her. I wouldn't mind having a pit bull. I want a pit bull and a German Shepherd. I want those two dogs. I'll work on putting it back on the daily schedule, because if I don't schedule time for it, it will not get done. Look, there's a YouTuber out there named Big Billy who went from Snyder to Mercer to his own authority. Actually, and he went to F2F, Daniel. He went to F2F, went back to Mercer, and then went on his own authority. And he's documented each step as he's learning. And Billy's a good dude. I've met him at GATS a few times, and he's a good guy. All right, Steve Berger. Holler at me tomorrow, please. But anyways, I think we'll end this live feed. I think I'm done talking. Yeah, and his experience wasn't, I don't think, that great. So, just putting that out there, Daniel. Everybody say goodnight to Burger. You're welcome, Pneumatic Rick. I appreciate the super chats you guys have done. As someone who makes videos, I can appreciate seeing other content creators. I know what it takes. I think the most important part is to be yourself. I think if you're too, hey, what's up? If you're too, people kind of pick up on that. I don't reveal everything about my life, but most people that meet me, this is what you get. Except I curse a lot more in public once I get comfortable with you. Unless I'm talking to Christian Chucker, I don't curse a whole lot in front of him. But for the most part, it's just be yourself. So, you guys have a good night. Be safe. Head on a swivel. It's getting dangerous out here. Peace.